attracting international interests. Are you aware that the US Safe House Foreign Affairs Committee has urged the USA government to take Americans home for treatment and not dump them in foreign countries? We join the people of Kenya, the health professionals, in saying no to this Ebola facility in Nanyuki or elsewhere within the territory of the Republic of Kenya. Kenyans' interest must come first, Mr. President. On the second issue, like all other Kenyans, we are greatly alarmed by the targeted, well-oiled ethnic profiling of the people of the Mount Kenya community. This leaves us with no choice but to tell the people that they are under siege from the man they voted for as president, Mr. William Ruto. Apart from denying them development, maiming and killing their children, issuing shoot-to-kill orders, the president has now orchestrated a 41 versus 1 narrative to sever the people of the Mount Kenya region. In particular, the Kikuyu, Embu, Meru, and Tharaka communities. From the outset, we want it to be publicly known that any violence, destruction of property, and loss of life in Mount Kenya region is state-sponsored. The chief financier of this scheme is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, and the PS for Interior, Mr. Raymond Omolo, while the executor is one Mr. Moses Kuria. We want to remind Mr. William Ruto a simple story of the former president of Liberia, Mr. Charles Taylor. He is still serving a 50-year jail term in a British prison following his involvement in civil war in Sierra Leone for crimes against humanity, including murder, rape, among others. To Mr. Moses Kuria, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Omar Hassan, Mr. Raymond Omolo, be reminded of Rwanda's Felicien Kabuga. Kenyans have not forgotten the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Mr. William Ruto, the then Eldoret North MP, crafted a 41 versus 1 narrative to isolate the people of the Mount Kenya region. We remember that over 1,300 Kenyans lost their lives. Hundreds of thousands of Kenyans lost their property and homes. Some Kenyans are still in IDP camps 20 years later. Mr. William Ruto and the UDA Secretary General, Mr. Omar Hassan, a notorious hate monger and tribal terrorist, have a better story to tell. We do not know what bitter obsession the two leaders have with the people of the Mount Kenya region. 20 years later, we know that Mr. William Ruto is more vicious, is more bold, is more brutal, is more bitter, is less caring, is too bloodthirsty, is well networked, is more resourced, is better experienced to cause electoral violence and state-sponsored violence and terrorism. This is just to subvert the will of the people and ruled by the iron fist in the 2027 elections. Mr. William Ruto, we want to advise you and your warmongers that Kenyans are more superior and more enlightened. The world is more alert, and ICC is closer to you than ever before. The world must watch the brewing state-sponsored violence and culture of Gunism in Kenya, courtesy of Mr. William Ruto and his mafia. He is more emboldened by the fact that his former lawyer, Mr. Karim Khan, is the chief prosecutor at ICC. 2027 is not 2007. 2027 is not 2007. And neither is 2007, 2027. This profiling, tribal and ethnic incursion, and smear campaign will not be tolerated. The people of the Mount Kenya region are free to live anywhere in this country and do business with others. Fellow Kenyans, We want to take you back to the Gen Z protests of the year 2024 and the year 2025 and the subsequent Sabasaba Day protests. Hundreds of our young people were killed by this regime. We have buried some and others have never been seen. We have not forgotten. Other young people were pushed through the courts of law under terrorism charges, but they were later released because these were trumped up charges by the government of Mr. William Ruto. We know that the peaceful protests in the Mount Kenya region specifically were infiltrated by state-sponsored militia under police protection. These goons viciously attacked and torched national government offices in North Kalau, and at least 7 county government vehicles were torched. The identities of these goons were given to the DCI, and to date, not a single arrest has been done. However, innocent young people were apprehended and forced to record false statements to implicate the area Senator John Medhu, myself. Fortunately, these statements could not make a case when the government learned that the days before and after the mayhem, the senator was out of the country on official duty. In Kikuyu town, locals were torched and sections of the sub-county offices, vehicles and machinery were destroyed by goons well coordinated by the government to lay blames on the innocent and peaceful residents of Kikuyu town and blame it on the opposition. In Naivasha town, Power Star supermarket was petrol bombed and small businesses have never recovered. 8 trucks belonging to Kanini wholesalers were torched. Ketia supermarket was broken into and shelves emptied, while Nganga's hotel was completely vandalized. In Kabati, Kandara constituency, Muranga County, county supermarket was looted dry. The proprietor sounded an alarm 3 hours before the looting began, and not a single police officer showed up. The culprits were non-locals, guarded by police in plain clothes. In Meru town, Maguna's supermarket was torched in broad daylight to lay blame on the DCP National Organizing Secretary, the Honorable Midhika Linturi. Video clips of police officers and goons torching the supermarket went viral online. No arrests were made, no arrests have been made. In Githurai, Kasmat supermarket was broken into and looted. It took over 4 hours before the police responded. Concurrently, the cooperative bank breaking took 2 hours in the same area, and no police officers appeared at the crime scene of crime. More recently, on the 18th of May 2026, when public transport services providers kept their vehicles off the road to protest the high fuel prices, protests in the Mount Kenya towns were infiltrated by state-sponsored goons. They destroyed property, blocked roads, and looted businesses. More such actions of state-sponsored violence have been meted to the people of Kajiado and Narok, specifically Kitengera and Kiserian towns. Dear Kenyans, we have given you the above selected cases to demonstrate the tribal incursion and targeted blackmail of the people of Mount Kenya. 2 weeks ago, at State House, Mombasa, Mr. William Ruto and Mr. Kithure Kindiki and UDA allied MPs of the Mount Kenya community within prompted Mr. Omar Hassan, the venomous UDA Secretary General, and Mr. Amason Kingi, the Speaker of the Senate, to a tribal offensive against the people of the Mount Kenya region. The script was well executed. They were later backed by the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Bandi and the Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheruiyot. Mr. Omar Hassan has clearly told the people of Mount Kenya that they will never be anywhere near power. He called the people of Mount Kenya all manner of names. All this was in front of the president and his deputy, who were nodding happily. In the same event, Mr. Amason Kingi, the Speaker of the Senate, blatantly castigated the people of the Mount Kenya region. All this in front of the president and his deputy. Mr. John Bandi, the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, has told the people of the Mount Kenya region that they should be nowhere near the leadership of this country. He has not been asked a single question. He is the Cabinet Secretary in charge of the National Treasury. The Lamu County Woman Member of Parliament Muthoni Marubu warned Kikuyus in Peketoni and Lamu that they would be killed if they do not vote for William Ruto in 2027. Mr. William Ruto has a perfect script to stifle the people of the Mount Kenya region to oblivion ahead of the 2027 general elections and ensure voter suppression, voter apathy, and completely demobilize them. To the people of the Mount Kenya region, we stand with you as your leaders. You are Kenyans, and a majority of the people of Kenya stand with you. Be strong. We remind you that you are still the sons and daughters of Mau Mau. Since the government of Mr. William Ruto will not protect your businesses and your properties, you must invest in private security and secure your properties. Know your neighbor and keep watch. Ahead of the anticipated June 2026 Gen Z anniversary and the Finance Bill 2026 anticipated protests, we have received credible intelligence that Mr. William Ruto, through Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Raymond Omoro, and Mr. Moses Kuria, are planning to destroy businesses and property belonging to the people of the Mount Kenya region. Do not allow people not from your locality to protest and destroy property and your businesses. Remain peaceful and protect your towns and villages. Fellow Kenyans, we further heard that the UDA allied MPs from the Mount Kenya region were trying to shout at Omar Hassan, the UDA Secretary General, to resign. In fact, they gave him 48 hours to resign. It is now over 350 hours. Vote out if you're men. Vote out if you're women enough. Why haven't you called on Amason Kingi, John Bandi, Kithure Kindiki, and William Ruto to resign? We are not fools, and we are not your children. You are our colleagues, and we know you well. Further, we know that you are in the William Ruto script to split the mountain and introduce new wheelbarrow parties. We are waiting for you to vote out of UDA. Bring that wheelbarrow in whichever color. Some of your friends have been trying, and the dream hasn't taken off yet. Where were you when William Ruto killed hundreds of Gen Zs? Where were you when goons were wreaking havoc on our people? Where were you when Ruto unleashed goons on the people of Kenya? Where were you when Gikomba Market, Wakulima traders, Githurai and Roysambu traders were being harassed by Mr. William Ruto? Where were you when night demolitions were being carried out by Mr. William Ruto on the said markets? Where were you when children and women were attacked in churches in Wetima, Kariombangi, and Mweki? Had you lost your senses and you have found them now? Fellow Kenyans, the attacks sanctioned by Mr. William Ruto, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Raymond Omolo, and executed by Mr. Moses Kuria and Mount Kenya, William Ruto allied MPs are being wheeled and carried out by the foreign police officers who have attacked women and children in Wetima and Mweki churches who have since been promoted to higher ranks. We have them in their names. We also have their service numbers. The team leader for the Nairobi Sierra Group is Mr. Major Nicholas Mwachovi. The other members of the group are Corporal John Maina, Corporal Vincent Maronga, Peter Matu, Owen Kagia, David Uchieng, Eric Obiero, Jeff Mutweri, Jackson Kioko, Kefa Okuoyo. Finally, we want to urge the people of Kenya to remain vigilant. Your life is in your hands. Do not expect William Ruto to take care of your security when he cannot even secure himself. His mind is full of violence. That is the end of our statement. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. It is very comprehensive. You need not to ask questions. Asanteni sana.